small forward. At 6 foot 6 inches, number 4, Daniel House. At center, standing 6 foot 5, number 17, B.J. Tucker. The other forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 33, Robert Covington. Starting at shooting guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 0, Russell Westbrook. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden. Your head coach is Mike D'Antoni. Let's hear it for your Houston Rockets.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche NBA. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
how
he
great
likes
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And Gordon Hayward, obviously a tremendous performer. Bill, where do you rank him against other wings in the NBA now?
Probably one of the best all-around wings, I would say. And I think it's pretty easy to forget that there's a reason the Celtics are paying this guy almost $30 million a year. He was one of the top 15 players in the league. He was a borderline franchise player on a top 8 playoff team and is just really good, and he's efficient. So when you talk about a team like the Celtics where, you know, you got to share the ball. Tatum needs more shots. Everybody's got to have a little. He's the perfect guy to have because he's happy going 8 for 15.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center. And for Houston, B.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Harden, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. And here are the Rockets now. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer, they didn't go. Tatum deciding where to go with it. No good from outside. Pass to Harden. Westbrook with it. And the pass to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Pulls it up. Harden gets the bucket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Hayward outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside, Walker. Passes it to Tatum. Brown kicks to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3 ball. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
You know, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, that with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, Exactly.
And we
There's
also,
nothing anonymous about it. I mean,
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And
I really care
Our name
about
is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, like, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. Like, they're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Rebound by House.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The kick out to Westbrook. He tries for three. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, averaging 29 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
What's up?
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
We'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly.
What's up?
Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have league pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure. Which is one of the reasons I wrote my book.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Brown's got 5 now.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For 3, Westbrook, and the 3 ball is good.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
Rockets trail by 6. Now Westbrook. He has 6. It's stolen by Tice. Hayward with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Covington with the steal. For the finish, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Man, I like the activity of Covington's hands. He's constantly active, which is why he's able to get these steals.
Now here's Smart. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. outside Tatum. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. A 3-ball. That one, no good. And it's Boston the other way.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And finished off by Westbrook.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And Jason Tatum, his rookie year regular season was good. Then the numbers went up a lot in the playoffs. And then the second year, just for whatever reason, his compass was off track.
The thing with him is the free throw attempts. Like, if you look at Carmelo and Kevin Durant and some of the better scoring forwards over the years, those first couple years, they were getting to the line. And with him, he went to the line 3.1 times last year, which is crazy. That's not even one free throw attempt a quarter. Yeah. So he should be in the 8-9 range. He's unstoppable when he goes to the basket. He's got long arms. He can finish with either hand. And for him to settle for 20-footers, which we know is the worst shot in basketball, it's really frustrating. I hope you're listening, Jason.
He is. He's playing, actually.
He's playing me right now.
Yes,
Jason, if you're playing yourself right now, go to the basket.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
McLemore's checked in for Daniel House. The Celtics also changing it up. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. He feeds it to Tatum. The Rockets pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. And Harden with the stuff.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Now, here's Kanter. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game for the Rockets. Jeff Green is checked in for Robert Covington. And Bahamute comes in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Rivers in for James Harden.
Austin Rivers.
Brown drives in. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going. You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Pass to Bahamute. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Rockets lead by 4. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I pick.
Rocket 2. Green, no luck.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Rivers passes to Green. Knocks it loose. From deep. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Wanamaker. To the paint. Rivers with it. He dishes it to McLemore. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
Now here's McLemore after Enes Kanter's miss. Now here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And that one is good. Bill was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really.
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
know?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did
together.
it in high school, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on, and around sophomore year, it felt like it started to get momentum, and that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I could get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Celtics. And it's Green missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. Smart against Rivers. His first shot coming late. And too long on the shot. Rockets trail by 4. And here is Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
The Rockets trail. Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it.
Thank you.
I love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, and we have Vince Carter and Kent Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. Like, you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good. Yes. So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
Jamari Carroll is out there with Green. Then it's Mbamute. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Rivers in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Just 5 on the clock. McLemore inside the line. Cans the shot from the wing. McLemore's got 6. Boston leading by 3. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Rivers against Walker. Fires for 3. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Cantor throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And it's Green missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Walker with a clean look. Walker missing again.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Rivers kicks to Green. The pass to Mbamute. Now here's McLemore. He's covered by Cantor. McLemore, no good. Celtics leading by 5. The Rockets perpetually knocking on the door. At what point, though, Bill, do you think their window will close?
I think that point happened in May of 2019. I think they had 2 years to win the title where everything was lined up for them. 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors are tired. They seem like they're fading. They can't close. I think the key for them is the difference between being a regular season team and a playoff team. They're a great regular season team, but the playoffs every year become more and more complicated, smarter, more. You got to come up with a plan C, a plan D, a plan E as the series goes along, and their plan A is kind of what they ride with. They get tight, the crowd gets tight, things slow down. What's your plan B? And they haven't been able to figure that out.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Robert Covington's checked in for Green. Daniel House comes in for Mbamute. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Ben McLemore. And James Harden subbed in for Austin Rivers. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Got a piece of it. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Passes to House. Back to Westbrook. And Carroll now atop the key. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Carroll's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's no reason to lay off Carroll now. I mean, he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
Hayward outside. They grab their own miss. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
And you might want to think about working it inside more. The threes were falling earlier, but that's changed here in the second.
House the pass to Westbrook. Harden outside, shoots. And Boston with the rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Walker looking for an opening. Pass to Ojale. Walker against Westbrook. Clock at 6. Right side to Walker. Hayward from outside. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes. You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Westbrook, and good that time. Westbrook's got 12 in the game.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Down low. Walker's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And here's Covington from the arc. It's hauled in by Wanamaker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Hayward on the wing. Over House. Hayward can't hit. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. A 12-point game. That one goes in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Walker the pass to Williams. Hayward on the wing. Pass to Wanamaker. Boston, no good that time either.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Here's Westbrook after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Westbrook passes to House. Now Westbrook, he's got 12. Now the pass to Carroll. 5 to shoot. Rebound, Kemba Walker. Celtics leading by 12. Inside, here's Ojale. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to House. Now here's Carroll. D right on him. Harden the pass to Carroll. And he banks in the layup. Carroll's got 4 points this quarter.
Such an impressive all-around player. Carroll is good at scoring in the painted area as well.
Now a timeout called by Boston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Ojale. Jaylen Brown comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Williams. Here's Smart. And Westbrook pulls it down. Outside Covington. Good.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Hayward against Covington. Harden, no good.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Off the inbound pass. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Tice has got his second basket of the game.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Smart against Westbrook. Pass to Tice. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart misses. Rockets trail by 12. Here is House. Westbrook with it. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Smart. Westbrook against Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Now, here's Tice. Guarded by Tucker. He can't get that one. Covington kicks to Harden. And the lead is down inside single digits. Harden's got 9 points.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
It's Brown with the drive. Great D that time from Westbrook. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 9 points. A nice shot by Tucker.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Now here's Tatum. 5 points in the game. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. And they were off to a really hot start from three-point land. Haven't been able to find the range as easily here in the second.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right,
There's your number right here on my speed
You
dial.
have my number. Call me.
Good. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. McLemore has come in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair Looking sharp to match. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
59 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Harden.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Out of hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Hayward's running, and there it is for him. Hayward's got 13 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Brown against Harden. Outside, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Hayward. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Harden outside. No good with the triple. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Celtics. They're up by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you can scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Rockets trail by 7. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard. The Celtics shooting reasonably well, 45%. The dish now to Hayward. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Covington. And the rejection by Harden. Now, here's Westbrook. The pass to House. Kicks it out to Harden. The 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Brown. Harden against Walker. Back to Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Covington against Tatum. Covington kicks to Westbrook. Shoots over Walker. And no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. They've led by as many as 14 points. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Walker's got 6.
And Walker always shot ready. This is why you can't lay off of him, especially when the ball's going towards him.
Westbrook drives in, shoots over Walker. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Russell Westbrook. Hayward outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Covington. 14th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Hayward hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. House kicks to Harden. The tray. Rebounded by the Celtics.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
To the inside, Tucker. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, you got to do a lot more than that against Tucker, fellas. He's too big, too strong at times for the defense. Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
And that one misses. And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
So here's Westbrook after the basket by Boston. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And so it's Houston with it. 8-point game.
Walker hustling on defense is a sight to behold. I mean, proving he can use his speed and quick thinking to cause problems for the offense.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Tatum.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
First free throw is good. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
And here's Westbrook. He's got 19. Count it. Westbrook's got 21.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Rockets, they've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And you know, Houston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Jaylen Brown, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Pass to Carroll. Outside, Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. It's hauled in by Brown.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now, here's Walker. 6 points for him. Pass to Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, there's no question about it. Tatum's ceiling is really sky high. Now it's up to him to meet those huge expectations, and I think he will.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Tatum.
Substitution for the Celtics.
Here's Westbrook. 21 points in the game. Here's Carroll. And Kanter pulls it down.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but, hey, you take it when it comes.
Here's Westbrook. Right on the bucket. Westbrook's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
There's the pass to Williams. Now Cantor. He's got 6. Pass to Brown. Over Harden. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Covington finds Westbrook. Now Mbamute. Here's Covington. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Here's Walker. James Harden picking up that last basket. Outside, Walker over Westbrook. Boston, no good that time either.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Harden finds Westbrook. Now here's McLemore. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out. And Mbamute the pass to Westbrook. Offline with his 3. Boston leading by 9. Here's Ojale. Here's Wanamaker. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Harden. Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades. You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll, and it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And he makes both free throws. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Wanamaker. He's got 5. Williams' shot is off. Rivers passes to McLemore. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the NBA's scoring leaders since the All-Star break. In the third spot, Jason Tatum. Fourth, James Harden.
And check that out. These two guys have settled into a tremendous rhythm here, scoring the basketball since the break.
Now here's Smart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. Cantor with it. Guarded by McLemore. That one drops for him. Cantor's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Walker. To the middle. Here's Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 8th assist in the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Cantor trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Harden kicks to Green. Down low. It's Rivers on the wing. Puts it up. Rebound, Boston. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Walker in the corner. The kick out to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Williams inside, guarded by McLemore. Williams can't hit. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 14 points. Dishes to Smart. Pass to Cantor. It's rebounded by Houston. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Here's McLemore. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 8.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Walker against Harden. Smart with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Walker with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Jacks up a 3. Walker's shot is off. Rockets trail by 7. Rivers surveying the D. Now here's Green. He has 7. Williams with the block. And he recovers it. Green, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Harden. 13 points in the game. From deep three-point range, that one's not going to go. And so it's Boston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Rebounds and loose balls. We got to get them. We got to get them. Let's go. Let's go. Got to want a little bit more.
Greg, you can tell by his voice he wants his guys to give everything they've got right now.
no doubt, especially on the backboard. For them to secure this win, that needs to happen.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got P.J. Tucker. Austin Rivers is out there with McLemore. And there's Green, and it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Kanter drops them both. Rockets trail by 11. House kicks to Rivers. Lets it go from 11, and the jumper is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Hayward. Rebound by House. And for Houston, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. The pass to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Passes it to House. And here's Tucker. Defended by Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Outside, Smart. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist from Smart. And that's now 19 points for Gordon Hayward.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
McLemore, the pass to House. Now McLemore. Pass to Tucker. Houston needs to get a shot off. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Robert Covington's checked in for Houston. Russell Westbrook comes in for Ben McLemore. Boston also with the sub. Brown's checked in. Smart kicks to Tice. Hayward on the wing. From past the arc. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Smart. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Smart's got his first 2 points of the night. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 13. Pass to House. Here's Rivers. Here is House. He's covered by Brown. Westbrook passes to Covington. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
Now here's Tatum. Smart misses.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Now here's Westbrook. Count it. Good. Westbrook's got 13 points in the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Tice, and it's blocked. Here is House, guarded by Smart. Gets it down to single digits.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Tice kicks to Smart. To the paint, wants to get it to Brown and does.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Outside Westbrook. Trying his luck from deep. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his third foul of the game. Celtics leading by 10. Smart with the ball. Kicks it to Tatum. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Houston. Tucker's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Westbrook. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Now here's Hayward. And there's the pass to Tice. Six on the shot clock. Smart on the wing. Takes a three. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rockets trail by 8. Passes it to Westbrook. On deep. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Covington with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Covington. Covington's got his 4th assist in this one. Celtics leading by 6. Smart dishes to Tatum. Inside. And slam dunk by Tatum. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Smart misses. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Rivers can't get it to go.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Pass to Brown. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
James Harden, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. The Celtics also with a sub. Walker's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good from Brown.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Now here's Westbrook. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Walker against Westbrook. Shot's good by Walker.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 9-point game. From the arc. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Feeds to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Hey, guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simply on a tear right now.
Westbrook passes to House. Here's Harden on the wing. There's the three. Hits it from three-point range.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Pass to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 26 points for Jaylen Brown.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
Here's Westbrook, and there's the feed to Covington. Banked in off the glass.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Down low, here's Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
For three, Westbrook. Houston gets it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And here's Westbrook after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Westbrook passes to House. Houston moving it around. There's the pass to Tucker. 6 to shoot. Covington with it. Shoots a fader. Hayward grabs the board. And here's Smart. Passes to Tice. Walker in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. Westbrook with the block. Over Walker. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by House. And that's now 33 points for Russell Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Back to Walker. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Westbrook. Harden outside. Tries a three. That shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Outside, Walker. Here's Tice. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
First one falls for him. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. Green comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Edwards in for Walker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. and then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Here's Tice after the made shot from Tyson Chandler. Outside, Smart. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Green, and Walker subbed in for Edwards.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
Yeah, you know what? And that may not seem big, but it's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting blank 3-0.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jaylen Brown.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, a great win over a very explosive team tonight.
Yeah, they're a team you got to be physical with them. You know, you can't let them get a rhythm going with the scores and the talent that they have. So we had to really match their intensity, and I thought it was a great win.
I know that's what you guys work on extensively, and it showed tonight. Thanks, Gordon. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.